It's the people behind the scenes who don't get the recognition. I get a lot of the recognition on X, so I just started tweeting about mattresses, and he was like, "Why are you saying this? Blah 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 blah." And then he saw my books because we all share our books. He's like, "Damn," He's like, "Oh, okay." What the money talks, right?
Money talks. That's what I was
exactly.
just about to say. Like money talks in that situation,
I still want to be authentic and give people options. If we make our own, we're gonna make them better than anything.
Hey everyone, welcome to my first episode of SMB in the Trenches. What I'm looking to do with this podcast is just interview home service business owners that are not really well known in the SMB space. Today I got Nick Hancock here. His family owns about 3 mattress stores and he does a lot of mattress sales online. Thanks for coming on, Nick.
Thanks, brother. Pleasure.
How we doing today? What are you up to today?
Another day. A couple orders for Airbnbs, wrapping up, getting them kind of deadlined up. And then truckload coming in as well. So
sweet, awesome. And how'd you get into this industry? How'd you get into this industry? How does your family have 3 stores now today?
Yeah, I mean, my dad. The long story short is, my mother-in-law told him to get a real job. 30 plus years ago. He did, working for a mattress store. Moved our whole family out here 3 months after my brother was born. Had up to 8 stores at one point. The recession kind of took them out, but then kind of restarted up right after, a little before my brother got out of college, and so we kind of run the direct outlet brand since then. I actually worked like a regular 9 to 5 for 10 months before starting up my own store, and got fired. Best thing that ever happened to me, and then started this up right during COVID, with my dad and my brother really helping me out a lot, and haven't looked back.
Sick. Awesome. And what made you go from like the 9 to 5 to the store? Like what was like the turning point of like, I don't want to work this 9 to 5 anymore. I don't want to work for the man. I want to be my own business owner. Like what was
I
the
always
biggest
had
turning
that
point?
thought, but honestly, like I wasn't pulling the trigger until I got fired, right? So
Yeah.
when I got fired, that was like the thing that like made me. And then when I had like 3 months to think about it, I was like, I don't ever want to do this. I'm not good at taking directions or instructions, more so at like actually give them out. That's why I coach like a football team as well, right?
Yeah. Same way.
So so once I just thought about that more, I was like, yeah, I have to do this. And it's been the best thing like for me. It's not for everybody, but for me, it's been the best thing for like, just my overall happiness, and obviously making money, right? So
Of course. No, I agree with that. And like coming from a 9 to 5 to being a business owner, did that help you? Like for me, for example, I worked a 9 to 5. I was in the marketing space in the 9 to 5 doing local marketing, and it helped me transition to the dumpster business doing marketing for my personal business.
Mm-hmm.
Like from your 9 to 5, did that help you with your business ownership or business in general?
No, I worked for like a insurance brokerage company, and they had a different structure where they had like sales reps, so to speak, that went out and were on commission and stuff. So I didn't really learn all that, or how they kind of got business. So it didn't necessarily help me a ton. But I will say, like, I think from like a mental clarity aspect, knowing what life was like in the 9 to 5 and not ever having any desire to go back to that was helpful, because I was like, okay, well, I just got to figure this out now, right? And I was blessed, man. Like my brother and my dad, like gave me kind of a structure, which I desperately needed that first couple years, to kind of just copy what they did and do it very to the best of my ability. So I was very blessed in doing that. I think I was 22 at the time when I first started. It was much needed, but I had no mental clarity working for the man, so to speak. I mean, my boss kind of threw me into the fire and gave me no direction, and it was good until it wasn't, at the 9 to 5. So I got a lot of that here, but I controlled my own destiny and able to figure it out.
Yeah, it's different working with your family members. So like, what's it like running a family business? Like I know it's you, it's your brother, and it's your dad. Like what's it like running that, going through that? Like does your dad call the shots from the top, and then like you go to Josh and it's you? I know they're the youngest. Like What's it like dealing with all of that? Like, is it like a
Yeah, I'd say
democracy,
like
checks and balances?
yeah, the first year they more so told me what to do, and I just said yes, sir. No, no, right? But after I proved one I could sell, which is all that matters, and two I knew how to do things. My input and voice kind of got to be heard more and more. I will say like it's not kind of that structure. My dad never wanted to be that structure.
Yep.
I mean he when he had 8 stores and was doing 3.9 million in revenue at one point, like he called all the shots and he got tired of that. He's a 60-year-old man now, right? So he didn't want that to be the case with us. He wanted to teach us everything he knew and let us kind of fly, right, so to speak. So it's not that way with us. We all own and operate our own stores, 100% our own. So we call our own shots and everything. But then when we come together, we talk about things as a whole, and we go to manufacturers as a whole to get the rates that we get. We keep costs low, right, at the end of the day. So it's unique from that structure. But when it comes to things like we're doing online, then it's really me and my brother, Josh, or who you obviously very well know, come together and talk through everything as a team, right? Which is it's a new kind of thing within the past year, especially as Twitter's really just taken off for us. That's been a fun thing as we've really come together more so on decisions
Yep.
and had to really talk through things. Josh is like, you know, it's the people behind the scenes who don't get the recognition. I get a lot of the recognition on X. Josh
I'm the same
doesn't,
way on
but
X. Like, Andy doesn't get any recognition on X. I get all
yep,
of it, but like without his systems he's built for our marketing agency, it would
right.
not be where it was today, and people wouldn't cherish us on X like they do without that.
Right. And Josh's been a lot of the same, but maybe like on pricing things, there's things we've done on the pricing front for some of our mattresses where we used to sell the highest we used to go was 1,500. Now we can go all the way up to 4 grand. It's just been just bonkers for our business and what that's done for top and bottom line growth. So, a lot of the credit to Josh who kind of made those calls and just told me like, yeah, this is what it's worth. And I just started selling it at that and it's done amazing for us. So, you kind of, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, right? And you have to, if you're in a real partnership with people you trust, which I've learned a lot about that, you
Yep, we
know,
won't talk about that today.
right. But Josh's been a key part in that. And my dad too. My dad's taught us everything we know, and then we've kind of just stacked on top of that, really on a modern sense. And so Josh's been huge, more so behind the scenes, but
Yep.
doesn't get enough credit, and so I think I should.
Awesome. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like, I know your dad's 60 years old, and
Hmm.
the way he was acquiring customers, let's say 20 years ago, is way different than how people would acquire customers now for a business. Like, what was it like for you and Josh having to convince your dad, not for Twitter, but just like your stores in general, to invest in marketing for your stores, online marketing? Because I'm sure to your dad, I know for your dad,
Yeah.
he's not a big fan of it
Yeah. Yes.
because he never really did it in the past, where times have changed. Like, what was it like going through that process with you and Josh convincing him that he should be investing in something?
Well, I mean, my brother had to work at it for 2 to 3 years before I even came along, right?
Yep.
So it was a lot of bumping his head against the wall, to be quite frank. And it's just, it's just once you get to a certain point in life, it's harder for older people to kind of see the light in that sense, and they want to protect the kind of the nut that they've made over these years, right? But once I came along, I was just all about what Josh was thinking, and we were ripping marketplace ads for
Yep.
the
I remember
longest
that.
time.
You're on One Up
Until
too, right? Or like something up. You're on another
what's that?
platform.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What? It's not like Upwork. It's Josh would
Something
remember.
up. Some weird
Yes,
platform. I know people sell sneakers on there. Yeah, I remember that.
yes, exactly. That's exactly what it was, and it didn't do as well. Marketplace ripped. I mean, my first 2 years, 2020 and 2021, in business, like I think Marketplace was like 70% of my business.
Yep.
Google was probably the rest. It was out. I was out in Pittsburgh at the time, so it was just
Yep.
like completely different ball game. But yeah, so I mean, just I really just like leaned on Josh's understanding and was like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, it was ripping. I think we were spending maybe 400, $500 for like 20, 25 K in revenue. It was just what it was. It's not the same anymore.
Yeah.
Marketplaces, it's different now for when you're boosting and stuff. But yeah, it was good during the time. But to your question, I think it it's hard. But I think proof's in the pudding, and so he always respected results. And so if there was results, he would 100% put his money behind it. I think Josh and I just had to kind of pioneer that. I mean, that's same thing with like X when like I'll give you credit. You were the first one to like actually tell me to do it. Mood it was there as well, but you were the one like really pushing me to do it. Um, and I just started tweeting about mattresses, and at first he was like, "Why are you saying this?" Blah 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 blah. And then he saw
Yeah.
my books because we all share our books,
Yep.
what we're making every month, and he's like, "Damn," he's like, "Oh, okay." What the money talks, right?
Money talks. That's what I was just about to
Exactly.
say. Like money talks in that situation, because it's like something about the older guys, the 60-year-old guys. Like you can learn a lot from your dad from like sales and relationships. But like when
Yep.
it comes to tech and marketing, like it's all about the younger guys. Is how I look at it. And I say this all the
Mhm.
time. It's like you can read an autobiography on like Walt Disney and how he became CEO,
Yeah.
and from like a long time ago, in that autobiography, he talks about like branding,
hmm
marketing, and innovation. And like that was so long ago, but those principles all still relate to today.
But I will say, on the flip side of thing, for the old guys too, like those relationships, you can't put a price tag on
Nope.
them. I mean, we the hotel deal we did 392 mattresses, right? You know about
Yep.
this, like 104K deal. We don't get that without my dad's relationship that he's had for over 25 years,
Yep.
right? I just did two Airbnb deals. I got 17 going out to Gatlinburg today. Had another 20 in the past, and then nine more going out today. Um, I don't get that without my dad's deal. We expanded our offerings completely. We're doing like organic,
Yep.
special size. Like I posted about a Wyoming king, which is like 84 by 84. We can do Alaskan kings, which are
I was
like
about to ask you about
shack
the Alaskan
size.
Kings.
Yeah, it's 128 by 128. And then a lot of different comparables that are just like for the traditional market because we didn't really have that. None of that happens without my dad going to market with us and introducing us to a gentleman that is just crushing it for us. So it all plays right. It all plays. We're light years ahead of where we should be in our
Yep.
business, because of my dad and everything he has taught us and all of his relationships that you cannot put a price tag on. And these guys wouldn't talk to us if it wasn't for him,
Yep.
right? Like I think that's a misnomer that most people don't think about is like when you're a young gun, like unless you're pumping out volume, these older
They
people
don't
aren't going
care.
to be talking. They don't care,
They do
right?
not care.
They do not care. But when you have, a guy like my dad who used to know the CEO of Tempur-Pedic, right?
Yep.
Multi-billion company. Um, that goes leaps and bounds beyond anything. And so that's been huge for us. We've utilized that to the fullest extent that we can and will continue to until he tells us no, which will be never, right? Because we're
Yep.
kids. But yeah, that's been crucial for us and what we're kind of building with the direct outlet brand and the Mattress Guy brand.
Yeah. No, it's just crucial for any business. And like when it comes to your business and scale, how long ago did you start posting on Twitter? It feels like yesterday. I know we've been friends a long
Last
time.
December,
Like
last December,
last
we had a,
December.
we had a, you and I were texting and you were blowing me up and you're like, dude, you need to be doing this. And I'm like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
And eventually I listened and, yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And like, how would you compare your revenue to like, what are we in 2025 right now? Yeah. How would you compare your revenue in like 2024 to 2025 and like,
Yeah.
or like organic revenue versus paid
Yeah.
revenue versus Twitter
Well, I mean,
revenue? Like, how
I
big
mean,
of a
it's,
difference?
it's basically all organic other than like, the SEO we do with you guys, right? So that's been great. I'm up 3x revenue from last year,
Sweet.
2.5x profit, which is all I really care about.
Yeah.
And I mean, almost all like it's like 75%. I need to check the actual numbers, but you can kind of get a good gauge. 75% is X now.
Yep. Sick.
And the best part about that is like I didn't really start to see the effects of X till like March or April
Yeah.
of this year. So there's still like those
The
first
thing
couple
about
months. Yeah.
X and posting on social media is like I'll have people come to me and be like, I've been following you for 2 years, three
Yeah.
years. It's
Yeah.
all about just nurturing your audience, you know? Like people know
Yeah.
of you as a mattress guy. They don't need a mattress tomorrow, but
Right.
they need one in 2 years, 3 years. They're always gonna think of you like as your name, as the mattress guy in
Yeah.
X in everyone's mind for mattresses, and that's just like what's huge about posting on there.
Well, I mean, I started looking at this now because at the beginning it wasn't that way. A lot of
Yep.
people would reach out immediately, but then as it matured, like more people followed and then said 7 months later, hey, yeah. Like I had a post the other day, did like 11K views or whatever, but what I looked at was saw 11 bookmarks,
Yeah.
right? And to me, that's a cool sign. And then people following but not reaching out immediately. It's like, okay, those people are gonna hit me up in 5, 6 months and need a mattress, right? The really cool part is when I'm getting referrals from people on X that might not even have bought from me to people outside of X and wherever, you know. That's I'm starting to
I
get
mean,
that
word of
now.
mouth, yeah, word of mouth marketing is the best form of
Yes.
marketing, you know? Like the
Yes.
best
But
one.
it takes stuff like this, it takes stuff like Google, right, to get the word of mouth
Yep.
actually spinning for you. So that's been the really cool part. I just started getting some of that. And that's when it gets really fun.
Nice. Awesome. And like, what do you see like scaling this business as? Like, could you see yourself having more and more stores or going to more of like an online retail aspect of things?
Yeah,
What do you
online. I mean,
envision?
we already started building out the website with you guys, which we just got to do more work on our end, to be honest,
Yep.
with getting it fully up and rolling. It's going to be more content.
Good.
We kind of talked about this maybe 2 weeks back or something with some people you're introducing us to. That's going to be where it's going. I have no desire to do more stores.
Yeah.
The
I
stores,
think you
honest,
should keep one store for
that's what we're
content.
doing. Yeah,
Good. Yeah,
that's what
you
we're
need
doing.
to.
So we're locked in. I mean, all the commercial places out in the world, they all want 3 year leases and personally guaranteed and
Yeah.
yada yada. So that's what I'm in for another 3 years. It's a hedge for the
It'll
online.
be worth it with content. It'll be totally worth
Exactly.
it for you. Even if people come in, even if your foot traffic's smaller now,
Right.
it's those funny stories that you guys come up with,
Yes.
you know, that people laugh and relate to, just other
Yep.
business owners. And
Yep.
like at the end of the day, people like purchasing from someone that they like. Like I know
100%.
you guys have a cheaper option for mattresses compared to going to like Mattress Firm or Mattress King or whatever.
Right.
But even if you were a little higher price, people really don't care because they like you, they like your
Right.
brand, which I think is most important for building any business. It's like
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, connections and sales, it's everything, you know? And those
Yeah.
little connections with people go a long
I
way.
literally I just tweeted about this because I was telling you I need to finish my tweet. I had somebody ask me the other day, like, sales tips, yada. I was like, my dad told me this from the very beginning. He's like, make a friend, make a sale. It's
Yep.
exactly what you're saying, right?
Yep.
If you get people to love you and love who you are, I was telling this to my dad early on. He's like, I just don't get it. Why are people spending 3 grand with you? Like online, they've never seen it. I was like, they trust the mattress guy. Like
Yeah.
they know who he is. They've watched and or listened to my stuff for the past 5, 6 months. They think they know who I am because they do because I'm very authentic and real out there, just like you are, right? To a fault, right? Like you're
You have to be.
good, bad, and ugly, 100%.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you have to
You
be
have to be.
you. And I've talked about some of the most like I talked about a girl asking me out like after she bought a
Yeah.
mattress from me on there, right?
And it probably went
Um,
crazy.
yeah, it did. It 30K views. It was
Yeah.
great. And like 5 leads out of it. It was awesome. Um, but people trust you and trust who you are and who you say you are. That's all that matters. And that's kind of what I've like everybody I've referred on to you guys and I've talked to you guys like Andrew we just talked about. I'm like, there's a lot of crappy and shady marketing people out there. I was like, these guys aren't it.
Yep.
These guys are the real deal. They're this is what he says and this is what he means, right?
Yep.
And that's what we care about. We do the same thing in our mattress business. Like I don't want you to. I tell this people on the phone like I'd rather you not go with me if you want to do a trial and all this stuff. Like, but I'm telling you, spec for spec, this is the same mattress. I'm not
Yep.
trying to sell you a mattress that's going to be crapped out in 3 or 4 years. Like I'm gonna get you something that is like 10 years, 15 years lifespan, right? I don't want you calling me in 5 years being like, what the F, Nick, like, who are you, yada, yada, right? Like, I care about longevity and my name being maintained.
Yeah. No, your name is everything, Like your name
Everything.
is literally everything. I mean, it's funny you said that with your dad. Like you're getting 4K where he can only get 1,500. We
Yeah.
deal with the same thing in our end as business owners. Like every business deals with this. Like on Twitter leads, they're not skeptical because they've been following me for years. On
Right.
Facebook ads, it's all cold traffic and it's like
Yeah.
they want to fire you, like just talking to you before even like paying you, dude. It's crazy. It's just a whole different game and like every business deals with that. And I can only imagine what your dad thinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet. And where do you like picture this business going? I already asked that before, but like
Mhm.
you want online sales to be 90%, and that for like all three of you, like or just you, just Josh? Like what are you guys really looking to do in that
Yeah,
aspect?
I mean, it's for me right now, but like I think it ends up being like Josh and I, and to whatever extent my dad wants to work on it. I mean, I'd love for my dad to be taking sales calls. Like, there's no one who's better than him. Like,
Yeah. And
period.
are you doing
Uh,
sales calls like this? For I know my wife handled it when we bought mattresses from you, but
uh-huh.
like are you doing
Um,
sales calls like this or just over the phone?
Over the phone. Yeah, over the phone. I mean, nobody really wants to like get on something like this
I
for
agree.
it
No, I
seems
agree.
too much friction there. But you just call up people, and I'm in and off of like people would. I had some people would tell me like, "Hey, I only have 15 minutes." I'm like, "Good, I only got five." Like we're
Yeah.
gonna be in and off of this phone call, and then you're gonna go to a store for me for 2 seconds, try out some stuff, and then you're gonna send me pictures, and we're gonna be done with this thing. Like it's
What's
not
your
a
close rate? Like what's your close rate on Twitter now compared to like people that come
from the
into your
people
store?
with phone calls.
Yeah.
I'm ballparking to be honest with you. Probably
Okay.
75, 80%.
Yeah.
The
That's good.
hardest part for us right now is we don't offer
Returns.
sleep trials, right? And returns. And that just gets some people because we're offering discounts like crazy.
Yeah.
Not just
At the
we're
end of the
offering
day, those people are not your client. They're not your customer.
100%. Agreed.
Like for
Agreed.
us, we have people ask us about guarantees, or you can guarantee this,
Yeah.
guarantee that. I can't guarantee.
Yeah.
No one can guarantee fucking anything, dude.
Right. Right.
You can't guarantee anything in life,
Yeah.
Like,
The only thing I can
and
guarantee is a mattress showing up on your
yeah,
doorstep.
exactly. And
But
like that's
I tell people this I'm like, look, I can make a mattress softer, I can't make it firmer. So I like to go firmer for people. And that's kind of what we can like guarantee within extent. And I can tell you like, hey, if you said you want a medium, I'm gonna get you the freaking closest thing to a medium we got. It's not gonna be the exact same thing, but you're also not paying the exact same price, right? I mean, we're talking getting quoted six. I had somebody get quoted the other day, 12 grand, 12 grand. Okay, they spent
nuts, dude.
3,700 with me.
Yeah, for the same mattress.
3,700. Like it's like mattress and adjustables.
Yeah,
Like
that's crazy. I mean, I love my mattress from you. It's the fucking
yeah,
best. Like, even
yeah.
my
So
dog loves it.
yeah, yeah, that could be a problem.
Yeah, it is
But
a
yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah. But like it's night and day, man. We're not talking same. We're not talking $500 in price difference. Like if it is, I'm taking my margin down more. I just talked about this the other day. If a mattress is close on price, I'm eating into my margin to get somebody a better price so that
Yeah,
they save $1,000. Like
yeah,
that's my goal every time is like 1,000 more to make it like actually hit your bank account and make you feel it, right?
yep.
That's what I care about for people. So I'm going into my own pocket to make that happen, so that I can one earn the business, establish real trust, hopefully some loyalty over time, but also get our name out there more and real more positive experiences and take away from my competitors, right?
Yeah.
So.
Are you experimenting on other platforms besides Twitter for marketing?
We're organically posting, yes, not consistently yet, but we will be.
I think that's your next unlock. I'm gonna
It
connect you.
is.
I want to connect you with someone. They're full right now, but that's your
Yes.
next unlock. Like, I don't know if you've been seeing my Instagram videos recently or whatnot. I'm doing a lot of reels, posting on LinkedIn. I know you post on
Mhm.
LinkedIn sometimes. All that type of
Yes.
stuff. Like, that's definitely your next unlock. Because if you can post 3 times on 3 platforms on every single platform, there's no reason why you can't get organic leads all around the internet. And then you
I
can
agree.
always funnel all those people back to your X account, and by doing that, like your business you'll be selling mattresses forever without even
Well,
like
and
really
honestly, we
doing
can
much
sell.
effort.
I can sell off of those too. I don't even have to funnel it back to X. Like I can
Yeah.
sell DMs just like I'm doing on Twitter. I can sell
Yep.
DMs on all those others. We've sold off of LinkedIn already,
Oh, sweet. So that's your
before.
second best online lead source. Like,
Yeah, but it's nothing compared to, Twitter. There's nothing like Twitter right now, but it's the only one I'm putting the most time into, right?
Yeah.
So LinkedIn's the second most, and then I'm started up on Instagram and Facebook, etc.
Yeah, because if you can hit the virality on like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Reels, TikTok
Yes,
Reels, like all it takes is one freaking video, dude. And that's
yeah,
why, like, with your store, like, I feel like you should post videos of like
I need to do more
you
videos.
guys, yeah, videos of you guys dropping off stuff at a hotel, like that
Yep.
motel picture was sick that you guys did.
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
stuff like that would be very helpful for you for virality, like just getting
Yes.
your name out there.
100%. Yeah, and part of it's the scale of that, right, is the hardest part, right, and doing it consistently. But it is
Yep.
100%. I've talked to Josh, like that's how we get to the point where, you know,
The
uh,
money printing machine.
yeah, I mean, it legit over 2, 3 years could 5x our business from
Yep.
where we are currently,
Yep.
which sounds crazy, but like that's
Nah,
just been
change
the
your whole life.
effects of Twitter, right? Alone.
Yep.
If that's one platform that's not loved by everybody in the world, right?
Right.
Um, how much more would Instagram and all these others do? For 100% agree, and TikTok as well. I mean, TikTok, I feel like you get the most organic reach out of.
Instagram Reels is actually better right
Really?
now than TikTok, from what I'm
Okay,
seeing and testing. Everyone's doing TikTok. I know we were
got
talking about
it.
Gary Vee yesterday.
Yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
preaches TikTok and LinkedIn, but like sometimes I want to argue with him and be like, nah, dude, like Instagram Reels and Twitter are way better right now
Reels.
for virality. Like
Hmm.
those two things are killer for virality. Same with YouTube Reels or whatever,
Yeah.
YouTube Shorts, whatever the hell they're called.
I've seen even the videos on Twitter have done very well. I mean,
Yeah,
I had one that was stupid the other day, get 136K views, and
yeah,
for
that's little,
what?
dude. That's
Yeah,
amazing. Like
yeah,
that's free
yeah,
eyeballs you don't even
yeah.
pay for.
So I
But
think I just need to do more of that on the others more consistently. So yeah, it is something we've thought about and will do. My hope is this year I can consistently do it.
sweet. And where do you see
Yeah.
this business in 10 years? I know you said you can 5x it in 5 years, like 5, 10 years from now. Like where do
Shoot.
you see this business? What's the goal? You want to do
Yeah,
more
I mean,
stuff
my
online?
hope is like My hope, what I really want to do is have our own brand, like direct outlet mattress, the mattress guy mattresses.
Yep.
It takes a lot of volume to get to that, but we have the partners now to do it. Um, I want to have everything. Like there's
I feel like you should do that too. I think I've said
yeah,
that to you in the past. Like you should definitely private label your mattresses.
we will. We have the partner now to do it. It's just a matter of us getting to the volume to do it. But I also want to get into everything like pillows, protectors. I want to get into the cooling and heating market as well. Um, I tried doing some deals with some of the others and they didn't want to play ball. So I was like, all right, whatever. I could crank these out for you guys like hotcakes, but you just keep getting crushed by eight sleep. That's fine.
Yep.
And that's all it is. Like right now, eight sleep's the number one and cooling and heating the mattresses and all that because of the technology and stuff. But they're ridiculously overpriced. They're like the Tempur-Pedic of the cooling and heating space. So, um,
Sweet.
yeah. So that's where I want to go with all of it. I think continue to build out the brand even more so, then start selling our own. In addition to the stuff, like I'm not going to stop. I still want to be authentic and give people options. If we make our own, we're going to make them better than anything. Like we're not like because
I
I'll
think
have my
that's your
dad.
biggest. That'll be your biggest unlock, dude. Is
It will. And, I mean, my dad, dude, he's made multiple mattresses from multiple manufacturers. Like legit, been in there, been like, hey,
yep.
put this here, there, and stacked the whole mattress.
That's
He would do
crazy.
that for us, and it would absolutely knock everybody's dick off. Like it
I
just
mean, an
would.
idea I have for you is like, I think I said this before, sleep mask. If you can just
Yes,
right now start with
yes,
branded direct outlet sleep mask and
but
send it
yeah,
to every single customer you get, or just people online, do free giveaways.
yeah,
Like you're just going to build a sick brand by doing that. Like,
yeah. I like that
every single
idea.
time someone goes to sleep at night, even if they're not a mattress customer yet, they still have their
Yeah,
Tempur-Pedic or whatever, but they
right.
still use your sleep mattress, sleep mattress. They still
Sleep
use
mask.
your sleep mask every single night. Like, dude, that's such an easy way of doing like guerrilla marketing, I'll call it,
Yeah.
Like it's so easy.
I bet if we even had that on a website, like people would pay for it as well.
Yeah. Just like a
Um,
little low ticket item,
yes.
$7, and like
Yeah.
you could like sell it for $5, like even
Right.
break even on it, but then
Yep.
have them subscribe to like a newsletter or something,
Yeah.
talking about sleeping.
Yeah.
Like something like that I think could do really well for you.
Actually, not a horrible idea at all.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you should definitely implement that. I'm gonna get on both you and Josh's ass now.
Yeah.
And then one last question, like, what's your experience been like working with us at Stryker Digital? Like, what has been your experience so far? I know we've been working together a long time. You've been friends a long time. Like, what's the biggest unlocks for you with working with us?
Yeah, I mean, I briefly mentioned it. Like it's not. I've tried around, right? And from that experience, just learned like who is and isn't what they say they are, and you guys are who you say you are. And the results speak for themselves. Anybody can figure out what like the results you guys have done. So that's been obviously tremendous. But I think more so like just caring about our business. Talking to Josh and I about all these other things that we should be doing that doesn't pay you any money, but you just care about our business. To me, that means more than the results, et cetera. Like real people in our corner. Like you pumped me multiple times on X, which has been just tremendously helpful and a lot of. I'm very grateful for you and the help you've been there. So yeah, I would say you know who they say they are, worth every penny, but also just like care about your business beyond what other marketing companies do. And so that means a lot.
I appreciate it. No, it's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And then,
Yep.
like, any advice for other business owners looking to grow? It doesn't need to be in the mattress space. Like, what would you tell, let's say, you were 21 years old again and you were going back into the mattress business. You didn't have your dad or Josh involved. Like, you're just going into this blind. Like, what would be your biggest piece of advice for business owners?
Yeah, the path is going to be bumpy and it's not going to be easy 24/7. I mean, December last year when you hit me up, I wanted out of the mattress business. I
Remember?
was so done with it. And this year is my best year ever from a revenue and profit standpoint. So you just got to keep going. Even like I'm 6 years into it, right? So you can't, if it's your dream and your goal to be something and do something with your own business, you can't stop and you have to continuously put in the work every day. And then you need to get connected with people like Bodhi, like myself, et cetera, who are willing to help others, who are selfless and care about the whole ecosystem winning. And so I would say like make those connections, be a friend, give support, right? Do the little things that go a long way, but like continuously put in the work every day, and good things are going to happen. You just have to like continuously grind at it.
Great advice. No, I 100% agree with you because that's exactly how I run my business, Just like grind
Yep.
every day, tons of ups and downs. Yesterday I was feeling terrible. Today I feel amazing, Like
Yeah.
that's just the game. It's
Yep.
not for everyone, like you said earlier, but like that's just how it is, being a business owner. You have
Hmm.
freedom. You don't have freedom, but you have a ton of freedom. But no, thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on my first
So
episode. This is awesome.
it's great.
Where could people find you online?
X man, mattress guy on X.
Sweet. And directoutletmattresses.com. Don't forget to
Yes,
plug that.
that's great. It's a great
But
plug. Thanks.
thank you for coming on, Nick. Thank you for everyone listening to my first episode, and I'll see you all soon.